Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of WTF. I'm Will.
I'm Trevor.
And today we'll be reviewing the film Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
That's quite a mouthful.
It is quite a mouthful, I know, but we're going to talk about it anyways.
Are we? Okay. Yeah. This is a film Will really wanted to see.
I did.
He was hyped up to see it, and I was like, Will, I don't want to see this at all.
It's true.
But then he's like, we should review it anyway because you'll cut it up. So I went and saw it with him.
And this new film, Hobbs, a diplomatic security agent, and Shaw, a former British military operative, re-team to take on Brixton, a genetically enhanced anarchist who wants to get his hands on a biothreat that could change the course of humanity.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right.
Yeah.
I like
Okay, wait. Okay, hang on. I want to ask a question about it.
Yes.
So I'm not a Fast and Furious guy.
Okay.
So how does this tie in with Fast and Furious? Because to me, Fast and Furious is all about cars and stuff, but this movie was not necessarily about cars.
Well, if you've been watching the later Fast and Furious, it's actually less about cars, more about the action, the plot, and the storyline.
The plot? No, and
the storyline and the growing of the character arcs and stuff like that.
There's character arcs?
Yeah, believe me, there is
I don't know
very
about
little.
That.
Like, it's more like a character bow. Other than the, Hobbs and Shaw characters that were introduced in previous Fast and Furious films, there's really nothing to do with those films.
So basically, they just took the name Fast and Furious and stapled it onto the top
because
of
it was
so they could sell.
They used the same characters. Otherwise, they didn't do that. It'd just
I see.
Two.
So it's basically just the two characters from Fast and Furious.
Yes.
That's
the only tie-in to the previous films.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with Fast 8 or Fate of the Furious or Fast 7 or anything other than the fact those characters were in that film.
So if I was going to go back and watch all of the Fast and the Furious, it would have nothing to do with this movie.
Just hours and hours of enjoyment.
Tell me what you liked about the film, Will.
You know what? It's just a non-stop fun thrill ride. It really, I mean, the action sequences are outstanding. The work they put into them are really well done. They really don't spare any expense on it, and they put a lot of thought and.
Well, they definitely don't spare any expense. I think this film cost $200 million to make.
Probably, but they don't.
Do you know how much it's made over the last week and we're about 10 days in from its release?
Oh, it's gross. It's doing very well. It's up over.
I'm sure it is.
Like 300 million already worldwide.
Film stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson,
Jason Statham. Yep. Idris Elba.
Yep.
With little small parts here by Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart and Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. The other star I want to mention, who is the main co-star name, is Venessa Kirby. She's a new up-and-coming actress I'm actually becoming more and more a fan of. She plays Princess Margaret in the TV show The Crown, and she was the White Widow in Mission Impossible Fallout. It's also directed by David Leitch.
Okay.
May know him from the movie Deadpool 2.
He directed that.
Yep, directed that. As well as Atomic Blonde with Charlize Theron. And
which actually, the cinematography in that movie was unbelievable.
Actually, the whole movie was pretty fantastic. It was
pretty good.
Yeah.
So I will admit, I'm probably getting a little bit old for this type of movie. So go ahead with the old jokes.
No.
Come on, bring it.
No. It gets old.
So yeah, watching this movie, I just felt old because I obviously can't relate to anything in this film. It was so over the top that you never sympathize with any of the characters here because every scene they're in, they're pretty much, 1 second away from dying or getting killed or getting murdered. And no matter what happens, they always get out of it. There's some amazing thing so it's completely non-believable. There's nothing that you could believe ever that would happen.
It happens in real life all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's a popcorn movie. There's tons of action. But basically, if you were to try to figure out how the pacing of this movie goes, it would be banter, action scene, banter, chase scene, banter, action scene, banter, chase scene. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it. There's no real, I don't really see any character arcs because the two main characters hate each other at the beginning, and they kind of like each other at the end, whatever.
Character bumps.
I forgot the character bumps, yeah.
The movie was exactly as I expected it would be.
Yeah, and I guess it was exactly the same as I expected too.
Action-filled, cheesy one-liners.
I'll give it. It was the two things that I liked about the film. Ryan Reynolds, when he shows up, is hysterical.
Yes. Yes, he is.
He's hilarious. Kevin Hart's funny, not quite as funny as Ryan Reynolds, but he's funny. Helen Mirren can act, but I mean, it's just so unbelievable. She's playing this character that's in jail, and she's got like tons of makeup on. Like just stuff like that just wouldn't happen. It just was so over the top. Kind of reminded me of like Charlie's Angels. Like just everything completely over the top dramatic that like you wouldn't. The thing is for me is I couldn't sympathize with any of the characters. I was just I wasn't emotionally invested in anything because every character would get out of whatever they were getting into, and the first half was really bad with the script, and the dialogue was just so cheesy. It was a little bit like older Schwarzenegger movies. There was like some one-liners with the guys.
And those are amazing movies.
Yeah, they were back then.
And they're still now. They still hold up now.
Okay, they hold up as good older movies, but we're not redoing those movies, are we?
Mr. Schwarzenegger, if you're watching, I love you.
Let's rate this film on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's biceps, because they're ginormous.
Focus! It was exactly as I expected. I knew it wasn't Oscar. This film. So
you're giving it a 10 out of 10?
No, this film was not going to win Oscars. I knew that going in. I knew it was going to be super cheeseball, but it was going to be action filled. It was just going to be a fun, entertaining movie to watch, start to finish, and it really was. I got what I paid for.
You had fun and you were entertained.
I was. I got what I paid for. I wasn't expecting anything more, anything less, and I knew, based on the previews and what I've read about it, that those two actors were going to give me that film.
Okay.
So, yes, the movie is horribly cheesy. It's out of this world ridiculous. Some of the scenes literally impossible to even fathom for a human being. But for an overall action movie, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Oh my god!
Because it is so cheesy.
You gotta be kidding.
Awesome. I got exactly what I wanted.
Wow. So, okay. So I just want to get this straight. You like this movie way better than the last Quentin Tarantino movie?
Yeah.
Okay, you're giving it 9.
9.
I'm going to give it 3 biceps.
Oh my god.
The reasons why: Ryan Reynolds was funny, Kevin Hart was kind of funny, and the banter between the two of them was kind of funny. Like the two main actors.
Yeah.
And that's about it for me.
So clearly not an action film guy.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I am not an action film guy. So, did you see any trailers that you liked?
Yeah, there's been a few actually.
There was actually a couple before this movie that seemed kind of good.
3 from Hell, the conclusion of Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpse trilogy.
Sounds hilarious.
It's gonna be not funny at all.
No? Okay.
But if you're a fan of House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects, this is the 3rd installment called 3 from Hell.
Is it part of it? Like it's a part of a trilogy,
it's part of a trilogy.
Like wraps up. It's like Return of the Jedi for this.
Yeah.
Glow season 3 is out.
Oh yeah.
And that was it was I think on both of our top 10s. Was it on your top 10?
Yeah, it was like
for our Netflix things. It was my number 10 actually.
Oh, Joker.
Oh yeah, the Joker trailer with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What are your thoughts? Oh, it sounds like you're conflicted.
It's either going to be super good and fantastic, or I'm going to come out being horribly disappointed.
Yeah. Well.
And I know that's easy to say, oh, which way is it going to go? And the trailer, it hypes you up, but sometimes that's all a trailer is, and then you see the movie and that's the best parts were in the trailer, you know what I mean?
And I think I saw Robert De Niro in the trailer.
Yeah.
Which they've never really mentioned before.
No.
So. And there was another war movie called, I think,
1917, yes.
17 with Sam Mendes?
Yeah.
Directed
Skyfall, yeah, sorry.
Directed American Beauty.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't mention that. That only won a whole bunch of Academy Awards. I guess because I'm so old and it's so long ago. And that's like one of my top. That's like one of my top 10 favorite movies. So yeah,
Sam Mendes is fantastic. Colin Firth in there.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Cumberbun.
All right, so thanks again for watching WTF.
And please don't forget to subscribe to us. Click that button below.
And we will
see you next time.